Well, good afternoon, everyone. And it's that time for the Total Image Woman of the Week interview. I have a very fun guest. I bet that comes as a big surprise to all of you. I have great guests. And this one has been really fun for me. Some of you may know that I have been a makeup artist because I used to do makeup for weddings and all this stuff. And I have a 30-minute instructional makeup video on my website. And so I love makeup. I am also vegan. And so, although these days it's way easier to find vegan makeup and skincare than it used to be, but I'm very picky. I want to make sure no animals were harmed in getting in the makeup that I use. And so I have known for a long time about Arbonne, and I've met a number of people who do it, never, spent a lot of time with anybody. And then recently I met Katherine Debs at a Women's Business League networking event. And she is just delightful and so knowledgeable and so passionate about providing value for women and empowering women, which you all know that's what I'm all about. So I invited her to be a Total Image Woman of the Week, and she said yes. So today we are going to talk about makeup. We're going to talk about skincare. We're going to talk about sustainability. We're going to talk about nutrition and health and all of those kinds of things, because this company really has a lot to offer. And Katherine has a wonderful, just so endearing way of sharing that information with everybody. So Katherine, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Ginger. It's my absolute pleasure to be here. I was really looking forward to it.
Thank you. We're going to have a good time. And I know that, Karen's already watching us. So, we will share a lot of great information with everyone. So tell us a little bit about how you got started in Arbonne, what led you there, and why do you do what you do?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So actually, it's a funny story because I was living in Montreal at the time when I was introduced to Arbonne. So I spent 10 years in Montreal, and I was in the financial world. I was working for one of the biggest banks up there. And yes, I learned a lot, but I was just tired and miserable, to be honest with you. I just wasn't feeling like I was fulfilled. I didn't have a purpose-driven job. And I knew there was something else out there that can help me live a more joyful life and just feel like I'm giving back in a way, making an impact. And it's really funny. I think when you're ready for things, they come into your life and you just have to be open-minded, right? And that's how kind of Arbonne fell into my lap. A friend of mine who wasn't even in Arbonne dragged me to an Arbonne event, and I reluctantly went there. And I think it was just what I heard that night, to be honest with you. It was the quality of the products, the ingredients, but also the ability for me to be able to do something for myself. My husband and I lived in Montreal. We didn't have family around. We knew we wanted to start a family, and my family lived all over the world. So I grew up overseas in Beirut, Lebanon, and my mom's originally from here in the Boston area. So I came here for college and then ended up in Montreal, and now we're back here. So I've done a little bit of a kind of turnaround, but I knew that I needed something that was flexible in my life and be able to travel. When I had kids, I needed that flexibility because I didn't have family support around. And honestly, I just trusted my gut and I jumped right in. No, right. Yeah. No background in makeup, no background in skincare, nutrition, business, none of that. But I had a great community of people around me. And I just saw the success in front of me, and I said, you know what, this could be something for me. And if they can learn it, I can learn it too. And that's kind of how I started. And I built it alongside my full-time job in the beginning. And when I was 6 months pregnant with my first daughter, I was able to walk away from my full-time job. So it's been a blessing in my life in so many different ways.
Have you now been doing Arbonne?
Actually, in 2 days, it'll be 9 years for me on May 9th, which is so crazy. Yes. Yeah. Wow. I still can't believe it, to be honest with you. Time really does fly. And it's been an awesome journey. All the ups and downs, but an awesome journey altogether. So.
And what's really amazing now, I mean, I've done various, I mean, many years ago, I sold Shackley products, and so I understand about how these kinds of companies can really give you freedom and
Mhm.
be empowering, and they give you support in building
Right.
your business, which is really important. And and you have to love what you're doing, and you have to
Right.
love and believe in the products. And
Absolutely.
I've always heard good things about Arbonne, and I've heard about how everything is vegan, which to me is just, that's like, I will look at
Right.
something if it's vegan, I have to explore, because I also want to support a company that understands about harming or not wanting
Yeah,
to harm animals. And so
absolutely.
tell us a little bit about, what does Arbonne offer? Because one of the things that I talked with you about is, I have a hard time, and this has nothing to do really with the fact that I'm vegan, but I have a hard time finding lipsticks that are warm enough. And a lot
Mm.
of them are just too cool. They turn very pink. And there seems to be a lot of coolness out there in nail polish and makeup. And so I said to you, what do you have for, warmer colored lipsticks? And you were fabulous. You sent me a couple of options. You're going to be sending me one. I didn't have it in time to show everybody today, but I'm looking forward to getting it. So tell us a little bit about, what does Arbonne offer, and how do you support people in making choices and getting the products?
Absolutely. So, I always say Arbonne's a one-stop shop for everything healthy living inside and out. It really is. And I think that's one of the things that drew me into Arbonne, was it just took the guesswork out of what I needed. Because I would say I wasn't a product junkie. I was more of an ingredient junkie. So ingredients were really important to me. I'd already started to remove a lot of the toxic chemicals from my life. So when Arbonne came around, it just made sense to me to jump to support such amazing products. And so we really cover the spectrum of everything inside and out. So personal care, and that um, some of it is skincare, it could be hair care, it could be body care. We have an amazing, amazing spa line. We've got, like hand washes and hand lotions, and really everything that you would use. A baby line. I've used nothing else on my kids but our baby line. I still use it every day. Men's products as well, like skincare for men, body care for men. We also have the most amazing vegan makeup you can find today. Like, I have tried a lot, and this is the only makeup I will put on my skin because it just feels amazing. It doesn't feel like I have anything on, but it does what it needs to do without adding too many, toxic chemicals. And we also have nutrition, which I love. Our vegan nutrition is super clean. So we avoid a lot of the toxic ingredients that you're going to find. And I'm going to share a couple of facts with people, because I don't know if you guys know in the US how many toxic ingredients they actually ban. And when I learned that, I was shocked because I grew up overseas, but those were things that I never paid attention to. But they ban 11 toxic ingredients here in the US. Canada bans about 600.
Whoa.
And the European Union bans over 1,300. So look at the difference in standards, you guys, and it's not a coincidence that we are the unhealthiest first world country in the world. That's not even looking at food. That's just looking at personal care products. And it's because it hasn't been regulated since 1938. That's way before chemicals, like real chemicals, actually came into the kind of mainstream. And so Arbonne, when we were founded back in 1980, our founder, who originally came from Norway, actually, and founded the company in Switzerland, he saw the trend and he saw what was going on, and he wanted to change that. And he was such a visionary. He saw where the future was going. And we were vegan from day one back in 1980, when vegan was a weird thing. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't something that people talked about. And but he saw the importance of not testing on animals and not using animal byproducts. He saw the importance of just really following and adhering to those European standards, because they have to show things are safe in Europe before they can be put in products. Whereas here, you put whatever you want. And the only ingredients that are banned are those that have been proven unsafe after somebody has, long-term side effects, or has, either died, or there's lawsuits against them, basically. So, the standards are so different. So for me, I'm really passionate about, helping people have that awareness, because I believe that our money is power. we are the ones that are driving the economy, and whatever we spend our money on is what we're supporting, whether we realize it or not. So I always tell people, if you're buying products, just do your research on that company. See what they're doing behind the scenes. Are they making an impact in this world? Are they better for the world? Are they testing on animals? Are they, damaging, communities? And are they leading, causing deforestation? There's so many things that these companies are doing today that we almost like kind of don't want to know about it, but we have to know about it, because I think in 2021, we're either part of the problem or we're part of the solution. We can't be in between anymore.
Yes.
And I love that a company like Arbonne gives us a platform to be part of the solution. Whether you're a consultant or a client, either one, just by supporting our brand and using our amazing products, you're going to get amazing quality products that work, but you're also going to be part of a movement that's making a difference in the world. So
absolutely. I always tell people that you vote with your wallet.
yes.
And, since I'm in fashion all the time, one of the things people say to me, well, it only came in black and gray, so I chose one. I'm like, do you want to wear black and gray? No, but then stop buying it.
Right.
Because they think if you're buying black and gray, that's what you want. And so it's the same kind of thing, whether you're, choosing to buy makeup that's really clean and healthy for yourself, or you're buying the cheapest kind that, who knows what's in there and whether it's really good for your skin or harms animals or harms people, and fair trade and all that kind of thing. So it's funny, when you and I were, to kind of switch gears here a tiny bit, when you and I were talking right before we came on, I said, what a beautiful shade of lipstick you're on you. That looks just so beautiful. And you showed me I love those two-ended kind of lipsticks.
The lip duos.
Tell us about
I always have it on my desk, so I love this.
I love it. Tell us about that.
So this is one of the many kind of lipsticks, lip glosses that we have. But what I love about it is, first of all, it's super compact, so it fits in any purse, which is great. But there's two sides to it. So one side is matte and one side is a little bit glossy. So what's beautiful about it is, in one product, you can create different kind of, colors and effects. So, and the colors are really, they're beautiful. We have different shades, obviously, but in this, what I love about this is this is the bloom color. So this can go on any time of the year. So you can make it kind of adaptable for falls or springs or summers or even winters, you know what I mean? And when I just want to go super light and just want just a tad, I'll just do a little bit of the lip gloss, or you can kind of layer it up as well, which is really nice. So, and they're not sticky, you know what I mean? They're not sticky or anything like that. So
sticky, definitely.
Yeah.
Celeste and Carol have joined us too. So they are
watching.
So tell us, I know one of the things that, well, actually, before we get into that, tell me a little bit about, I know what I want to talk about. What am I trying to say? Brushes, makeup brushes.
Yes.
A lot of people think you have to have the animal hair brushes, which just kind of breaks my heart, but that you have to have those in order to get good application, or have them be really beautiful, well-made brushes. And I know that Arbonne has a really nice brush set that is synthetic fibers. And I use synthetic fibers when I was doing makeup for weddings and things like that, and it works beautifully. So I think you have it there. So could you show?
I do. Yeah, so our makeup brushes, what I love is they come in this really cool pouch. So it's kind of a canvas, so it's really easy to clean. It even has a zipper, so you can actually store all your makeup in here, kind of like, ooh, I just lost a couple, when you're traveling and stuff. And there's actually a instruction for all the brushes and how to use it on the inside. It's just like a card that pulls in and out. Because I'm not a makeup expert, I've kind of learned along the way. But it does come with 6 brushes. I did lose just a couple, but you guys, they are so soft. Like, if you could just touch them. And I have a lot of professional makeup artists that love these because they're so affordable. The brushes that use animal tails, like horse tails and stuff, they're very, very expensive. Some brushes run over $100 a brush, and these are a fraction of that cost for a whole entire set. They're super easy to clean. I just use the Arbonne facial cleanser actually to clean it up. And I've had these for years, and they last a long time, which is really, really cool. So they come in all different sizes for different things that you need. So this is the set. We do have a couple of other brushes. So we have a concealer brush as well.
Yeah.
That's two-sided. And we also have a brush for our powder foundation. And it's made specifically for the powder foundation so that it doesn't take too much and it comes on really nicely. So, and this I've had for years as well. And it literally, it's still like new. So, and you just clean it regularly. And so they're really, really sturdy. They're high quality. They're, you know, recyclable materials, and they're super, super soft. So, so they're really great. Yeah.
So before we get into some other little product things, I know you have some show and tell things there. Will you tell people, and I will be putting all this information in the comments section so people can find you easily, but can you tell us two things? One, what's your Arbonne website? And secondly, do people go on and just order on their own? Should they contact you and say, hey, I'm looking for an energy bar, or I'm looking for baby products, or I'm looking for makeup, can you help me? And so how do you connect with people in that way, and how can they go about finding out what works for them? But first, tell us your Arbonne website.
Absolutely. So I'm really easy to find. I don't think there's any other Katherine Debs out there. So you can find me. So my Arbonne website is katherinedebs.arbonne.com. So it's super simple, super straightforward. And then of course on Facebook or Instagram, I go under Katherine Debs. I don't have some fancy name. So I like to keep it simple. I'm really easy to find. So either one of those platforms are a great way to connect with me. And, you know, this is one of the reasons that we don't sell our products in stores, off a storefront. Other than the fact that we like to keep our prices down, not have to pay for that marketing, you have almost like a personal shopper right then and there. And that just comes with the platform, right? It comes with being a customer with Arbonne. We don't charge you extra to be a personal shopper for you guys. It's just a service that we offer. And, you know, I get really close to my clients. I want to know what their story is. I want to know what they're looking for. I want to know what their problems are so I can help them find a solution. And when you come to look for Arbonne, we have so many products. It could get a little bit confusing as to where to start. And that's where I come in to help figure out where you want to go and what you need to start with. And I really help customize kind of a bundle for you based on what you're looking for. Could it be, you know, I have a baby shower coming up and I want to gift these amazing Arbonne products in a basket? Or could it be, I have a wedding, or I have, you know, my mom's birthday's coming up, or, you know, I know Mother's Day's on Sunday. But I'm sure a lot of people, you know, sometimes gift after. And I brought the skincare that I use that I absolutely love. And you've met my mom. My mom is 60 and she looks amazing, you guys. She's been using Arbonne since I started. So, so this is our Age Well line. So what I love about it is we don't use retinol in this. We use an ingredient called bakuchiol. It's a botanical that acts like retinol without the irritation of retinol. So people love this. And you guys, it's so amazing on the skin. Super, super light. You can, of course, buy the products individually, but when you buy them as a set, you're going to get the best results. And they come in this beautiful, beautiful packaging. And the best part about this, you guys, is the containers are glass, so they're very sustainable and they're recyclable. The cleanser is the only one that comes in plastic because people use it in the shower and it's safer. And I'll talk a little bit about our recycling program and why this is important and how that makes a difference. So, like, how beautiful is this set? I love purple, so purple is like, yeah. And it comes with a little booklet. And the best part is our products are so concentrated because they don't have cheap fillers. So these last for months and months.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're investing in a great skincare at an extremely affordable price point. And you're really getting amazing results as well, which is awesome. So
before we get into all the recycling and sustainability, all that, can you give us an idea of like, what would that package cost? And I know it's got like 6 products in it. And what would that lipstick that you showed us? Can you give us an idea of price point so people have a sense?
Absolutely. So the Age Well skincare, when you buy it as a set, typically our clients get 20 to 40% off. So as a set, you're going to get 40% off of this line, which is amazing. And I believe, let me think for a second. I believe it's around $225 for all 6 products.
That's really good.
You guys, you cannot find this quality for a fraction, like you'd pay like 10 times more for this quality in stores. But it also comes with a free product, comes with free shipping. It comes with a lot of other things, which is really awesome. And we back every single order with a 90-day money back guarantee every single time. And that for me, like, it's just peace of mind for me and for my clients, that if ever they're unhappy or need to exchange or whatever the reason may be, they can use these products. They have 3 months to try them, and there's absolutely no risk whatsoever. So, so that's really awesome. The lipstick, I know it's in the 20s. I'm not 100% sure the prices. I know they range, but they're usually in the mid 20s retail. So as a client that gets discounts, you'll get it for a much better price as well. But they last a long time, you guys. These lipsticks, you don't need to put a lot to get that beautiful pigment on. And that's the other thing about our makeup, is you use very little, but it applies really beautifully on your skin, and you don't need to use a lot of it. So it will last you longer than a typical lipstick that you're constantly having to put on, which is really nice. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Chelsea, a minute ago, you mentioned the recycling program. So tell us a little bit about the recycling program.
So Arbonne actually, we became what we call a B Corp certified company last year on our 41st birthday, which is really awesome, on our 40th birthday. And B corporations are companies that are certified better for the world. So they use their business as a force for good. And the bigger the company, the harder it is to get that certification, because it's so transparent and you have to go through every single thing with the company. So for Arbonne, the size of our company, to receive that is a really, really big deal. And everything that we do as a company, from the production to shipping to just everything, is all about putting back into the earth and making this world a better place. It's about putting back into communities, using fair trade practices, creating jobs where we're sourcing our ingredients from, but it's also putting back into our workers. So the Arbonne workers that work like in our head office and in our warehouses, like in California, and our customer service and all of that, they don't get paid minimum wage. They get paid living wage. And that's part of our commitment to make sure that we're taking care of our workers as well. So it's really important for us, to take care of the people closest to us, but also extend it all the way out to where we source our ingredients, really every step of the way. And it doesn't end there, you guys. It continues by what you do after you use the products and you use up the containers. So a lot of things can't be recycled in our regular facility. So a lot of containers, packaging is what they call hard to recycle containers. And a lot of people end up either throwing it in the trash, or they send it to recycling, but they can't recycle it. So it ends up back in the landfill. And there's such an overage of recycling that a lot of it is ending up back in the landfill anyway. So what Arbonne does is anything that can be recycled in your regular recycling, you can send that right off. Otherwise, things like, so our energy sticks or our fizz sticks, all these packages, those can't be recycled easily in our facilities. Our protein bags, for example, those can't be recycled. So what we do is we take an Arbonne box and we fill it up with all of the packages.
Oh, wow.
And once it's full, on the Arbonne box, and of course you can get it through the website with your Arbonne consultant, you scan this code, and it will help you download a UPS return label that gets where you could just stick it on the box. Arbonne pays to send it back. It goes right to Arbonne. And what Arbonne does with it is they partnered with a company called TerraCycle. And you can look up TerraCycle. They're worldwide. And they recycle hard to recycle containers, but they upcycle them. So they turn them into parks and benches and playgrounds and things that we can use again. So all this stuff is not ending in a landfill. Every single one of these things is going to help something somewhere, which is really amazing. So our program's called Arbonne Cycle, and it's partnered with TerraCycle. So I love that our clients can be part of that movement, part of that mission. So they don't have to throw anything that doesn't go in recycling in the trash. They could just fill their Arbonne box when they get it. Once it's full, they are able to print out that return label, send it to Arbonne. They don't pay a penny. Arbonne takes care of all of that. And that's just one step that we can take as a community to help this world become a better place. Yeah.
So, you know, in listening to you today, you're just so delightful.
Thank you.
Listening to you, I can think of at least 3 reasons why people need to get in touch with you. One
Yeah.
is terrific products, which are good for you, which is really great. 2, they're vegan. Oh, actually, I can think of 4. 3, they get to talk to you and you will help them, and you're not going to push them into anything. You really want to help support them and get them the best products for what they need. And if something doesn't work out, they can return it. And 4, this upcycling here that they can do with there are not very many companies, many that do that, which is truly amazing. And between that and the fact that the products are vegan, because animal agriculture is one of the greatest issues with greenhouse gases, deforestation, really, you know, desertification, just ruining our environment. And between that and being able to recycle hard to recycle things, I mean, who wouldn't want to talk to you and get some of these products, whether you need a protein drink or baby products or a Mother's Day gift or makeup. I like to get my lipstick.
Thank you. You know, I always say it's just, you know, the next time you run out of a product, just consider supporting a company like Arbonne. You know, instead of going to Target or CVS, and it's not to bash because they carry a lot of good products, but you know, support a small business, of course, you know, and B, support a company that's really doing good in the world. You know, we've been a green certified company forever, and we are a carbon neutral company as well. And we have been for many, many years. We were the first company that UPS certified as carbon neutral. So every box that we ship out, we put back into the earth, plant trees, and do other things to compensate for our carbon footprint. We're looking to become a zero waste company in the next several years. The UK's already went 100% renewable energy. So like all the little things that we're doing are adding up to make a huge difference in this world.
They're
you know
not
what I mean?
little. Those are not little things. Those are big things that we don't always hear about. People think, oh, what color is the lipstick? Or, you know, are there nuts in the energy bar? Whatever it might be.
Exactly.
You know, about these things that you're mentioning right now, which are such an important part of the products that we purchase in our lives. So.
You know, it's simple. The other day I went to this French bakery up in Portsmouth, and they bring things from France. So I grew up in Lebanon, so it was like bringing back a lot of memories. And I picked up some of the lollipops I used to eat when I was younger, and I brought some home for my girls. And when you open a lollipop, and they taste amazing, they taste like real fruit, they're white. They're not red, and they're not orange, and they're not all these funky colors. And I said, this is why this country is so sick, because of all these artificial flavors and artificial colors and artificial sweeteners that we don't include, obviously, in any of our products. There's one thing I forgot to mention is also we are a gluten-free certified company. That is a very, very big deal for people, especially if you, not just if you're gluten intolerant, which more than half of the population is, and they don't even realize it. But if you have celiac disease, or if you know someone who does, it's not just about products that like food that they're eating. Everything has gluten in it, and any trace of gluten can send them to the hospital. So it's really important to work with a company that's really clearing out anything that's going to be harmful or toxic. You know, even soy, we don't use soy in any of our nutrition. It's super clean, you know, so yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness, Katherine, you've given us all so much to think about. I'm going to run right after we do this. I'm going to put your links in the comments so people can go and check out what you have. And as you all can see by hearing Katherine speak, she's not going to push you into anything. So it can't hurt to reach out to her and say, you know, hey, what about this? Or what would you suggest for that? And one of the things that you said to me when I was talking to you about the lipstick is, let me know what you want. And if I can make suggestions, I will. And I'll be happy to get you the best price that's available.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you are there to support and help your clients and help people love what they purchase and get it at the best price, which I think is also, it's just great customer service. So.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I love a great deal. So I want to make sure everybody's getting the best deal. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Katherine, awesome. I want to thank you so much for being such a wonderful guest today. I think you've given people a lot to think about, and hopefully they will go and check out what you have to offer and get in touch with you. And if they wear cool colors, to find out what that lipstick color, I think, is it blue? Right. So because they need it. It makes me wish I had cool coloring.
Right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's totally beautiful on you. And
thank you.
So thank you very much for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me. It's absolutely my pleasure. I love being on here with you. So, and you're such a joy. I mean, you're such a joy to chat with as well. So I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for watching. As you know, I'm Ginger Burr from Total Image Consultants, and you have been here for our Total Image Woman of the Week interview, which is really, my focus is helping to encourage people to support small businesses, particularly women-owned businesses. And so you've seen a great example of that here today, and I hope you'll check it out and talk to Katherine. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend, that whether you're celebrating Mother's Day or you're not, and that you have a restful, happy, joyful, if you're in our area, the sun is actually out, which is like a miracle. And I will see you all back here again soon for another Total Image Woman of the Week. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.